Ladies and gentlemen, KocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Koco crew here holding it down live. Yours truly, sexiest man on all Internet Wrestling Radio. It's right, boom, boom. Here's Second Room live from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. Of course, join me there first there across the pond, the international man of mystery himself, talking about LK. And then coming down to you from the deep and dirty South, the man making it rain. Talk about Mr. Moneybags himself, Sammy Synister. What is up, guys?
I got some feels, gentlemen, and I don't know how I feel about those feels. They're making me feel funny about having the feels, and I don't know how I feel about them.
Well, you are of that age, and things start to change with your.
Things are they're growing in places that I didn't think they would be before, and I'm kind of flopping all over my big gorilla feet.
I'm going to be honest. I am worried how many times I'm going to say the word whore in this show.
Wait a minute, stop. I'm going to start it right now. Since you warned me, we're going to start on the whore meter. Here, my sloppy-ass handwriting.
Ladies and gentlemen in the comments, pick your over and under of how many times LK is going to say the word whore.
Now, but here's the thing, okay, you just can't say whore for the sake of whore. You've got to bring it into a sense. I'm not going to start it right now because as soon as we start the review, that's when I'm going to start. But you can't go whore just to get your count up. That's cheating. So.
Oh no, I'm not going to do that. I won't do that. I'm a good sport. I won't do that.
All right, so we're going to start this thing off now. Of course, Lucha Underground in the books, Aztec Warfare 3, 20-person. Battle Royal, and of course, if you haven't seen it, get out from your fucking cave, get out from under that rock, go watch the episode. Fantastic match, and we have a new Lucha Underground champion, none other than Sexy Star. No. Don't rewind it. Don't rewind this. You heard that correctly. Sexy Star, the Luchadora, is the Lucha Underground champion. There has been just mixed reviews all across the net. So you know what? We're going to first question we always ask: win, loss, or tie. And guys, go ahead. I'm going to give it a win. I absolutely win. I thought it was a great idea. I guess I'm the only one here who really loves this, so I guess I'll be the attorney for Sexy Star in the case for why this happened. So Anna, I say we stop this now.
Despite how I felt about the finish, which I think is absolute garbage, despite how I feel about it, I still am going to give it a win because I really enjoyed it. I love Aztec Warfare. Though, what do y'all think? Do y'all feel like this Aztec Warfare was a lot more fast-paced than previous Aztec Warfares? Or is that just me?
No, it was fast. It was supposed to be 90 seconds between competitors, but sometimes I clocked
I swear it was 30 seconds.
Sometimes I clocked it around 30. I mean, this was... I'm
going to sound a little sexist here, and here's one of the reasons I said it. As I think if they did do 90 seconds and Sexy Star got in there and had to last even longer, that takes even more believability out of it. But, I mean, despite that, there's still some great spots in there. There's some really funny spots from a couple of guys. There's some great lucha action. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
When I look at a wrestling show, I care about if I'm emotionally attached. And whether it being when I'm angry at the finish, it means I care that much that it pisses me off. So I'm going to give it a win. So we all gave it a win. So that's a recommendation to watch it.
So just think about that.
Yeah, just because I didn't like the outcome and the winner doesn't mean that I don't like the match. Like, it's like Roman Reigns having a 5-star match of AJ and saying, I didn't like this match because Reigns won. No, it was still a good match if you're comparing it to W standards. But, yeah, we'll talk about the whore in a bit. Oh, shit.
He's on the board.
Flagged inappropriate language.
I'm going to try my best. There was only one match, so I'm going to try to set this up the best I can in the context of this. Now, the show starts off with Dario Cueto passing Johnny Mundo in the hallway, and Johnny Mundo had said that he had drawn number 12. Taya was filming him. He was going to do a documentary about his rise to becoming the Lucha Underground champion, and he was letting them know right now that he was going to walk out the champion. He was going to walk out the winner, and he would be a dual champion. He would be the Lucha Underground champion and the Gift of the Gods champion. It kind of be his own insurance policy. But he also said, no matter what happens, I'm going to cash in Gift of the Gods to whoever wins this next week. This kind of infuriated Dario. He's like, oh, you're a cocky son of a bitch. So you know what? He took his slip of paper that said 12. He tore it in half. Says, yeah, you're going to enter in at number 2 now. Good luck. And I absolutely, I love that. I love the arrogance. It makes sense for his character. Remember, he's the one who took the Gift of God. But won the Gift of the Gods championship through nefarious means, however, from Sexy Star, and he's been just obsessed with winning the Lucha Underground championship. So he's getting ready to cash in. I like just how that just set the whole tone for the show.
I mean, I don't think. You know what? Fuck that. No, we do. We do need to hark on how fucking great Dario Cueto is. I was about to say we don't need to hark on it. No, fuck that. I will give that man all the goddamn credit in the world. Is one of our, and I forgot your name, and I apologize. I did it on the show, me and LK did. If you build a general manager from the ground up, you get Dario Cueto. And that is, I stand by that fact to this day. He is just the fucking best. I love him. I fucking love him.
He's perfect, and I felt when that Taya bird came out. Notice how I called her bird, not whore. Notice when Taya came out. Well, obviously not came out. When she was in there and she had the camera, I'm thinking, are they about to record a porno?
Yeah, I'm about to do a live segment.
I do not want to see Taya in a porno.
You know what?
I'll be honest.
Me and LK watched her in a AAA event. That was in Mexico. She looked really good. I just think I don't know what it is about Lucha Underground. She just does not look as attractive.
Right now, she's got butterface.
No, she's got a beautiful face until she smiles. She got chiclet teeth.
Ooh.
Yeah, she looked good in AAA. Like you said, she looked really pretty in AAA.
Which is
she looked pretty.
All right, so then the match starts out. Of course, you have Montanza entered in at number 1. This was no surprise. This was something that Dario set up, trying to prove how strong his brother was. And then he went over there and whispered into Melissa Santos' ear and says, I know it was supposed to be Sexy Star, but it's going to be Johnny Mundo at number 2. Go ahead and call it now. It's like, don't wait. Don't
love that.
Start now.
That was brilliant because they didn't have to show us that because we already knew that. We already knew that Johnny Mundo was going to be number 2, and nobody in the fucking temple could hear him say that to her.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a brilliant fucking thing to add continuity to their universe. It's just little things like that make Lucha Underground so great.
All right, and then, of course, the bell rings. These two go at it. Number 3 coming in, it was, of course, Son of Havoc. Son of Havoc, a big fan favorite there. He's looking to get some revenge on Cueto for getting screwed out of his championship match at Ultima Lucha Tres because of Dario Cueto's unique opportunity. He was quickly followed up by Jeremiah Crane. Of course, he's played by Solomon Crow or Big Sammy Callahan, whatever you want to call him. He looked impressive, delivered a lot of pump kicks. And where was this guy in NXT? Because he was moving and he was doing a lot of stuff that maybe it's like a style that NXT doesn't want you to wrestle, but he's doing, from what I saw just in that part of Aztec Warfare that I saw him in, he looked absolutely amazing.
I mean, I liked him in the last match he was in. I think he just didn't fit the mold that is NXT. He is staunchly an independent wrestler. And nowadays, that's nothing to be ashamed of, nor do I mean that in a derogatory term. He's just an independent guy. And the style that he works, if I'm not mistaken, he also does a lot of death matches, which I can't stand.
No, I'm not a fan of death matches.
That Elite death match at the main event, by the way, Sammy, was I didn't like Elite. Did you? Because I don't know if you can make Elite or not, but did you like Elite?
I did, but I didn't like the main event.
No, the main event was garbage. Cool, just checking.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I do like him. This Jeremiah, whatever his fucking name is, I do like him. And I don't know. We'll move on. I'm very. Yeah, I'm a bit lost here because I didn't take any notes, and I feel kind of naked here without any notes. I feel lost. Bastard.
You get used to it. Next one, number 5 was Pentagon Dark. He was like Oprah because he was like, you get a super kick, you get a super kick, you get a super kick, you get a super kick. He was cleaning house.
He might be, and I'm saying this being completely biased him being probably my second favorite wrestler in the entire world right now. I wish I could watch him more. It's just really hard to watch a lot of his matches. But Pentagon Dark is, I think, maybe besides one or two people, the most over luchador that they have.
Oh yeah, he's been like he's really taken off in the United States. Like he's been doing more appearances here in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, his and Phoenix match at Battle of Los Angeles this year is awe-inspiring. So I'm going to be buying the Battle of Los Angeles DVDs soon because I just got my next paycheck, and I am totally going to do a review on those.
Oh, dude, when you do, tell me, and we'll do, because there's 3 nights. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? For crying out loud, I was about to tell him important information there, and he skedaddled. Where is he? Where's he gone? There you are.
It just fucking quit on me for some reason.
That's it. Yeah, I was going to say to you, once you get the DVD, tell me, and then because there's 3 nights, and then we'll do one night, one day, second night, then one, and then etc. etc. So
cool,
just tell me,
good.
and I'll do that.
Sounds good.
Next out was the Darewolf PJ Black. Of course, this is now half of the Worldwide Underground coming in. They immediately started a double team on Son of Havoc and started messing around with Jeremiah Crane. Next out came Mariposa.
And then right back out again. That was fucking worthless.
It was great. Yeah, because Crane hit Mariposa from behind, hit this like pile driver, but then Matanza, he hit Crane with a German suplex, bridged it, got the pin. So Jeremiah Crane first one eliminated. Then Matanza grabbed a hold of Mariposa. I kind of like the little stare down they did.
I like that. I can never remember the name of Matanza's actual name. I believe LK knows it.
Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb.
Why, if you are WWE and you are looking at Lucha Underground, why the fuck have you not signed him and Cage?
Cage is probably on those. We were talking yesterday about the juice when he walked.
Yeah, that's true. That boy's probably loaded on juice.
Cage, could he does a drug test? I'm not making any. We're not leveling any accusations. We're just saying. And then Cobb, on the other hand, I think he's only 5'10". Like he's actually portrayed bigger than what he is.
It doesn't matter. His presence, the way he sells
himself, absolutely.
You don't have to be the type. He's so. I have yet to see a bad Matanza match.
I think it's because he signed the Lucha Underground deal. I think maybe he'll stay there a bit longer and then eventually end up going to WWE, like what Prince Puma's going to do.
More than likely.
Rickshaw, whatever the fuck you call him. But I got a thing for that Mariposa. Okay, so when Mariposa came out, she got dumped out, and I said a joke which got me in trouble with my girlfriend. I went, because I don't like Mariposa. I think she sucks. She's not really that great. I said, that's it, whore, back to the kitchen you go, and she walked away. I got a slap on the arm for that, I tell you. I got a slap on the arm for that. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable.
Well, I always hate some stuff in Shimmer, and she's really good in Shimmer and a couple other places. Just for some reason, she does not click in Lucha Underground.
I don't like the women in Lucha Underground. I like the Asian females that came out. They're fucking amazing. I don't like. We'll get to that. I don't like Mariposa. I absolutely thinking of Sexy Star makes me gag. Cobra Moon.
She has a job. In the trash can.
Dude, that trash can that you just put her in, burn that. Loveless.
Well, Mariposa was she got eliminated with a choke slam. Rey Mysterio Jr. was the next one out. Black and Mundo, they double teamed Mysterio, but he was working on both of them, and then he wound up going toe to toe with Pentagon Dark. Which kids look for this to be like the next big feud. Because this is another thing, Pentagon Dark and Rey Mysterio.
No, they're going to do this thing with these Asians first. Expect him to clean house through them.
I mean, well, here's the thing. I think this season is like, 30 weeks long?
It's long.
I mean, he's going to, and if once he gets done with that, I think they're kind of planting the seeds because this is kind of like a dream match. Pentagon versus Rey Mysterio.
And no spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. We don't look at spoilers.
Please don't.
No fucking spoilers. Saying on top of that, I told y'all a long time I got a huge fucking spoiler for season 3. It was Sexy Star winning the belt.
You knew the whole time.
I knew. I have known this entire time.
You know, And it's almost like the exact opposite. Like Mr. McMahon, member in the hood, is like, it was me, Austin. It was like, you were like in the room, like, it was Sexy Star. It was Sexy Star all along.
As LK slits his throat.
Again, we'll get there. We're going to get there, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I've known this entire time she was going to be champion. I can only hope that Mundo beats her next week. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself. But I would not surprise me if the main event of Ultima Lucha this year is Pentagon Dark versus Rey Mysterio for the belt. And I hope Pentagon Jr. wins, and I hope he's the biggest goddamn baby face that fucking city's ever had. Yeah. Even though they don't really have baby faces, they have heroes and villains, and he's an anti-hero right now.
All right, next, Dr. Wagner Jr. came out. Him and Pentagon, they beat on Mysterio, Mundo and Black. They pulled a Young Bucks and dove up under the ring. Then next, they brought out Marty the Moth Martinez. Montaza was.
I was impressed with him. I was thoroughly impressed with Marty. Where's this Marty been?
Now, he's been there. It's just once he actually has to go, and he doesn't have to really maintain character all that much throughout the match, he can go. He fought with Montanza. Jack Evans was the next one out, so the Worldwide Underground is ready to go.
Surprised he didn't do like 3 fucking backflip suplexes to fucking get to the ring. I hate Jack Evans. I do not like Jack Evans at all.
He's a tough guy. I actually heard he wrestled with he broke his jaw and he had his jaw wired shut and he still wrestled.
I also heard that he liked to suck a lot of cock when he had a broken jaw. I do not like him at all. I think LK made the point. It's like we watched Lucha Elite one week. It's like if you took all the flippy-doo shit from that entire episode of Lucha Elite, you get one average Jack Evans match.
He does them because he can, not because he needs to or wants to. It's just because he can. It's like, I can flip.
He's not a wrestler. He is a hellaciously talented human being. I'm not going to take that away from him, but he's not a wrestler.
He'd make a good gymnast.
Yeah.
Evans, the Worldwide Underground Triple Team, Son of Havoc, he took a moonsault and he was eliminated. Sexy Star came out next. It was immediately Sexy Star picked up in the beatdown in her feud with the Worldwide Underground. They started beating on each other. Evans went to the outside. Pentagon went and paired off with PJ Black. Ricky Mandel came out, and there was a little inside joke in there if you weren't careful. Oh, well, I guess the injuries have opened up his side. Ricky Mandel's back. He got his arm broken by Pentagon Jr. He came out at 13, which is Tresse, and that's making a reference to he was one of the Disciples of Death. He played Tresse de la Muerte.
Oh, okay. So I was wondering, who the fuck is this guy?
There was a little nod there. Now, he was in Season 1, and early on, he got his arm broken by Pentagon Jr., and so they put him on, Ricky Mandel was on the shelf, but they put him under a mask, and he became Tresse de la Muerte. So he was one of the Disciples of Death. Pentagon went back and immediately hit him with a package pile driver and was setting him up for it to break his arm again, which Stryker would say that would count as a submission. And then ninjas appear out of nowhere. Yes, you heard that correctly.
We're not making that up. Fucking goddamn female shinobi ninja. Goddamn, man. Ninja, roll tide.
Exactly. 4 hot, hot and Asian. That's kind of redundant there. But it was Black Lotus along with 3 other women. They beat the crap out of them and hit them with a Canadian destroyer. This allowed, I think it was Mundo to get the pin. So to get the pin on Pentagon Jr. and Ricky Mandel, excuse me. Sorry, I got tongue-tied there for a second. The next was Mascarita Sagrada.
I can only hope with this whole ninja business that Pentagon Jr. is just going to ruffle stomp all 4 of them. That he's just going to go through them like fucking...
There were some people saying they knew who they were. They had wrestled in another independent
promotion.
Probably.
Stardom in Japan, I think. That's what I
I had heard something like they were going to leave the promotion. They just turned them heel, and they were going to because they were leaving. So this was going to be their send off, and they're trying to break into wrestling here in the United States, and talks about them going to WWE. Granted, it was your internet chatter, but I'm interested to know more who they are, and I love how Black Lotus picked right back up where she left off. Because remember, she said when she was on top of the building sulking like Batman. And I was like, okay, he's gonna get it as the Black Lotus, clan, and she made good on her promise. She avenged her broken arm, and
so I can only hope that Pentagon Dark is going to fucking slaughter that entire clan, and then they will be no more. Because what better way to make your anti-hero even more hardcore than he goes through and literally kills everybody of a tribe that just attacked him, and then he goes after the gold. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm also a Pentagon Junior mark, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. Jordan, the next number was Famous B. He walked in, and he immediately hands Rey Mysterio his card. It's like, you know my number. It's 423. And Rey Mysterio grabs his tie and goes, nope, 619, and yanked him down into the ropes, hits the 619. Grabbed Famous B, got the pin. So he's eliminated. Then went on the attack with Marty the Moth Martinez. Then next comes the Mac. He was giving everybody a stunner. He stuttered Marty the Moth Martinez. Then Joey Ryan was come out. And poor Joey Ryan, man. He decides he's going to employ the strategy he did last year. This time he handcuffed himself to the railing, which didn't help out because next out was Mil Muertes. Mil Muertes which it was like a horror movie because Joey Ryan realizes he's fucked up, and for some reason he forgot the key because he can't get himself, and he's trying to get get loose, and he realizes he can't get loose. He's like, oh, just going in there. None of the match is there, and he gets. I kept thinking, well, the handcuffs may stay and the railing may stay, but his arm won't. But I know they're not literally going to rip his arm off, but they pulled him enough to break the handcuffs and sends him in there. And that was actually vicious. He actually eliminated him along with Montanza. He was beating on Dr. Rayner Jr., so there was a double pin. Then they had Cobra Moon come out. I love the Hoss battle between Mil Muertes and Montanza. These two were just eating it up.
Well, those two had a great match last season, remember? They had two great matches last season. So everyone had a reason to want to take out Montanza, which is brilliant storytelling. Everyone almost immediately went for Montanza because there was a reason to want to take them out on a personal level. And that makes us invested in that, which makes me even more upset when it's Sexy Star that won because she didn't have the same beef that everyone – but fucking whatever.
Next, the Mac, he eliminated Jack Evans, and then he turned around and eliminated PJ Black. Then out came Drago. Him and Cobra Moon had a little ninja battle, and Drago hit the Dragon's Lair on Cobra Moon, quickly eliminated her. Montanza immediately attacked Drago and eliminated him, and I think that was kind of a waste because remember there was a whole he went through this match, he had to battle his teammates to get number 20, and he got not even 2 minutes of fucking screen time off of this. There was no drama. It's like he had to fight. He's got number 20. Here he comes in. He's eliminated.
And between him, and even though I'm glad he was in there, Mariposa and Cobra Moon's spot were wasted. I don't know why Tejano and Cage were not in those spots.
Yeah, I was wondering. There's some more spots they could have done here.
No, because didn't they lose last week, not allowing them to compete in this match?
I don't seem to recall.
I could remember it was a 5-on-5. The winning team were allowed to enter, and the losing team won. And Cage and Tano on the same team, and I think they lost last week.
Oh yeah. The 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 5-on-5. Yeah, and that would have. Yeah, that explains that. Anyway, this led to a standoff between Rey Mysterio and Montanza. Eventually, they kept working on Montanza. Rey hit a 619. When he went for the second one, Montanza reversed it, hit Wrath of the Gods, eliminated him. No. Actually, no. Rey Mysterio eliminated Montanza. Montanza freaked the fuck out and just went fucking ape shit. And eventually it just got to the point where he just couldn't defend himself, and Mundo just went in and picked up the scraps and eliminated Rey Mysterio. This led to the Worldwide Underground coming back in and triple teaming Sexy Star, but Angelico made his return to the temple. Apparently he's healed. Storyline wise, he got his leg broken by the Worldwide Underground. Well, he's healed up from that now, and he leapt off from the top of the temple and did a triple cross body onto the Worldwide Underground everybody went crazy. Sexy Star crawled over on top of Mundo and eliminated him. So then we were back down to Sexy Star, the Mac, Mil Muertes, and Johnny Mundo at that point. Mil hit a flatliner on the Mac and eliminated him. Then it was just down to I think at that point let me check out the elimination. Yeah, Johnny Mundo had gotten eliminated. Yeah, right after that spot with Angelico. So I apologize for skipping over that. So now it's down to one-on-one. Mil Muertes taking on Sexy Star. They went over. Sexy just started laying him out with a chair, and I started getting hyped. Mil Muertes got a hold of her. She reversed it and hit a DDT on top of a chair. There was a spot where it looked like Mil Muertes was going to put Sexy Star right through a table, but she moved out of the way at the last second. There was just a right hand where Muertes just hit Sexy Star right in the fucking face. I mean, you could hear it. She dropped. And then he set up another chair, and he took her up.
She dropped like a whore begging for cock.
So then Mil Muertes put Sexy Star on the top turnbuckle, table right behind him. He set her up for a flatliner because that's how he won the Lucha Underground Championship from Prince Puma with a flatliner from the top. She started elbowing, pushed him off. He went through the table. She hit a double stomp, sat on him, pulled all her body weight on him. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new Lucha Underground champion, Sexy Star.
Here's my issue with this. Here's my issue. The crowd loved it. The crowd loved it. Here's my issue. I'm like, okay, I still do like Sexy Star.
What?
I like her enough. I've always liked her. I've never been on that same case. I just
when have you heard me put that? When have you heard me put that whore over?
No. I like Sexy Star, unlike you.
What? Oh, if we said like me, you'd like her, not love her, because we talked about Booms loving.
Yes, unlike you. Okay, I do enjoy her. My name is
associated with her at all. Thank you very much.
She, in no world, even in this world that Lucha Underground has set up for themselves, will I ever believe that Sexy Star can beat Montanzo. Never. And because especially I've seen other matches where, they really go back and forth, but this entire end of this match just looked like it was Montanzo trying to find ways to make it as believable as possible for Sexy Star.
You mean Mil.
What'd I say?
You said Montanzo.
Mil
Muertes. I know what you meant.
Yeah, Mil Muertes. It just nothing about it is believable to me. And there was other people that could have won the championship, but it would have made so much more sense. So I can only hope that Mundo wins next week and just obliterates her and destroys her.
Not just obliterate. Okay, I want Johnny Mundo kill this whore, kill her, put this whore in a box. This box to her whorish mum in Mexico, and then that whorish mum can use a whore daughter to build the wall of Mexico that she paid for.
That's heat, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you get heat.
You know, in the words of the great philosopher Bill Murray, lighten up, Francis.
Dude, if anyone says to me, "Oh yeah, you're a big fan of that Lucha Underground," you always talk about Lucha. They go, "Who's the world champion?" Vacant. Vacant.
It's just I don't like her winning. I don't like her winning at all.
And then you go, Sexy Star. What? Is a man called Sexy Star? It's a female. Is she jacked up like that old China? Really? She's a midget with no muscle, give or take. Who did she beat? 19 men.
Actually, no. I think it was 17 men. 17 men and 2 women.
It's
Mariposa and Cobra Moon don't even count as individuals.
No, 16 men, 3 women.
Mariposa and Cobra Moon don't count as.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's see. 13 men, 2 monsters, and 4 women, or 3 women.
Can y'all do math?
That equaled 19 Booms. I don't know what time it is over there. Jeez.
Well, she would be 20. Oh. She'd be 20.
Yeah, right. So
she can't eliminate herself.
She could have, and so does a lot of heartache.
Look, I loved it. You know, I thought it was a great idea, and I think the way it was done, you know, you're going to say, oh, this is not believable. Bullshit. I think it was completely believable. I mean, she hung around in there. Yes, absolutely. She hung around in there. You know, so it's not like it was, if it was like a one-on-one, maybe you guys would have a case. But no, this was a battle royal. A lot of the damage was already done. And plus, she was doing things. She could use weapons. I don't care how big and bad you are. Somebody hits you full swing with a blunt object like a chair, baseball bat, pipe. I don't give a shit how many fucking sit-ups you can do. I don't give a shit how much you can bench press. You take enough shots to those to the head, you're going to be wobbled. And plus, Mil Muertes did himself in by trying to actually take her out because it just backfired on him.
She didn't win this match. She survived longer than everybody else. That's all it was.
Exactly.
No, that's bullshit. That doesn't make a champion. It's going, okay, well, you just happen to be around long enough that you got a really unbelievable pin on somebody that's supposed to be death incarnate himself.
Yeah. So he can believe it. He can come back for life. He battered and bruised Prince Puma, but he can't take a double stomp from a 150-pound female.
Slaughtered Prince Puma last week, who's the hero of the show, put him into a casket and got a fucking fantastic match. But again, can't take a fucking double stomp from someone that weighs 110 pounds.
Well, I don't know if you go through 2 tables, get hit repeatedly in the head with a solid steel object. That might do it. I don't care. That's gonna help. It's gonna help your cause.
That's good enough for you. That's not good enough for me. When he was kicking out of and doing stuff with Prince Puma, where he was getting a 220-pound man 630 on him and battered last week, and always getting battered and still kicking out, and then he can't take a double stomp from a 110-pound female.
It's not believable for me. And I like Sexy Star. It wasn't the right choice.
I disagree. I think it was a good choice. I think it was a good call.
It needed to be right.
I think it was a great storyline. I think it was a great way to tell that. It was a good nod to the fans who support this. Because remember, Sammy, me and you, I think it was about a month or 2 ago, I said, fact or fiction, Lucha Underground will have a female champion at the rate they're going. And even you said fact. It'll happen. Now,
the reason I said fact is because I knew.
You little prick.
It's true. I knew for a fact that it was going to happen. And I don't mind a woman winning the championship.
Did you know when?
Yes. Well, I didn't know it was at Aztec Warfare, but as soon as she won Gift of the Gods, I figured it was right around the corner. I was sincerely hoping it wasn't an Aztec Warfare. And I don't mind having a woman win their championship. Just not...
Oh, no. Well, yeah. Just to clarify, I have zero issue with any woman winning any championship. If that was Ivelisse, you know what, I would have said, great job.
I'd have been more happy with Ivelisse.
I'd have been proud to say...
You know,
but because Sexy Star, I think she's overrated. I think she's a piece of shit. And name me a really good Sexy Star match off the top of your head, not including Aztec Warfare. Go. Doesn't happen.
Her match with Pentagon Jr.
When?
First season.
I didn't hear that.
The first season when her and Pentagon Jr. had a good match.
You have to go back 2 seasons to figure out a good match.
The No Moss match.
I think she's had some fantastic matches. I don't necessarily agree with that. It's the manner in which this story was told tonight. I did not enjoy it.
I can understand you not liking the results here, but don't undersell this woman here. She's a phenomenal talent.
No, I like Sexy
See, I'm the
Star.
opposite. I think she's shit. I think it is I don't have a problem with her if the whole world wouldn't say she's so great. What's great about her? I couldn't even name you her finishing move. I legit couldn't name me her finishing move.
I guess that's a double stomp.
Silence. I'm sorry. This is my opinion, and I'm sticking. I'm not going to have anyone change my mind.
Okay. Well, what's Marty the Moth Martinez's finishing maneuver?
Dude, I don't like. He's a fucking. When does he win?
You're just like, whoa, what's their finishing maneuver? What's Aerostar's finishing maneuver?
That's where he runs the ropes and does the Hurricane Run and then does a springboard where he goes onto the second and then bounces over into the crossbody.
It's pretty kick-ass.
It is really cool, actually.
I guess I don't have a problem. I do not have a problem with a woman winning this match.
No.
Or winning the championship.
Me neither. Just to
clarify. It was the manner in which this story was told tonight I did not enjoy.
And who it was. Actually, no one has a problem with me hating Sexy Star until she wins the damn thing.
I've never had a problem.
I've always said, how many weeks and weeks have I said she's overrated? I don't enjoy her matches. It's personal opinion. You know, some people like Reigns, some don't. It's each of their own. I find her boring. I liked her character in season 1, but now I find it dull. It's just that underdog story. Her celebration was amazing. The way when she held that belt and she started crying, that was amazing. Matt Strike on commentary was amazing at putting this over. However, I would be the biggest hypocrite if I came on here and said, yes, Sexy Star won. I love Sexy Star, when I've been bashing her. Not literally bashing her. I know she's a whore, but I'm not actually bashing her. When I've been disrespecting Sexy Star for all this time. It made me the biggest hypocrite. So the moment was great. The emotion was great. I just don't like the Sexy Star wrestler. I can't help that.
Didn't like who won. I didn't like how they won. That's the issue that I had. If it wouldn't have been Mil Muertes, I might not have had as big of a problem with it either. If she had beat like Jack Evans, I'd be like, okay, he sucks.
What if it was Mundo?
See, I even have a problem with that. And I'm not big on intergender matches, and I've been the first to admit that. I could see it more than Mil Muertes, because Mil Muertes is like one of the biggest bad guys they have, and is death itself. So I can't believably see it. Especially when your real hero of the story, nothing against Sexy Star, your real hero of the story, Prince Puma, has lost to him twice clean. It's just the manner in which it happened.
I agree. We're gonna get some live. We got some live comments here before we all get kicked off the air.
That's the most heated I think I've ever seen us get on this show.
Well, I mean, sometimes we need to have a difference of opinion, because otherwise it turns into a love fest here. But at least we're defending our points of view. So,
dude, that would suck if we all came here like I don't listen to any other shows, but when I get links on the Twitter, oh, can you retweet this? And then I click on it. It's either one of two things. They'll bash, like, say a Raw review. They'll go, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. They don't run through the show. It's just, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. Or they're like, everything is awesome. It's like, yeah, this was awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. So that's what I like about this. It's our opinions, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud to say 3 men talked about Lucha Underground, and every one of us had our own opinion.
And none of us looked at the other one and screamed some terrible explicitive.
I know. No. And here's something, history-wise, here's something to think about. Last time this happened, remember, it was Phoenix. True. Phoenix beat the unbeatable Mil Muertes, and then he turned around and lost it. He turned around and lost it a week later in Aztec Warfare when Montanza made his debut. So
part of me thinks that.
But the bottom line is, Phoenix was a former Lucha Underground champion. He's the first ever Triple Crown champion.
Yeah.
And now Sexy Star is 1 belt away from being a Triple Crown champion herself. And this is not unprecedented. Everybody wants to talk about China winning the Intercontinental Championship in 1999. I understand that, but it's actually next month. It'll be exactly 1 year when Princess Kimber Lee won Chikara's championship. And Mariposa, cheerleader Melissa, who plays Mariposa, she became the River City Wrestling champion. Now, granted, a lot of these championships. Yeah, I'm not joking.
Cheerleader Melissa plays Dude, I'm so impressed with
Mariposa. You watch her stuff in Shimmer and some of her other stuff, and she's great. Just something about her does not click in Lucha Underground.
Guess not everyone suits the Lucha style, really, do they? But we'll get some live comments. Okay. Get some live comments, because you two gentlemen are on a schedule, so it's not take the George Michael. Andy Papp says met Jeff Cobb. He's a really nice guy.
Oh, cool. Hey, Andy Papp.
He said he's watching Impact on mute.
I
don't blame you.
I watch Impact with the volume off and the TV off.
He's on right now.
He has jumped on the TNA bandwagon lately. It's honestly not that bad of a show, and that's somebody that just on it. It's not great by any means. It's got some glaring problems, but it's not that bad. Oh, it's actually pretty enjoyable sometimes.
And the review will be. Can you join me for the review tomorrow, Sammy?
I've got to close. I will not be here.
Bastard! I'll be doing it solo. And then, because it's the tradition when we have live comments, and we have a lot, and thank you everyone, there is always that name that I get to slaughter. So we have Almonzir Awad. I do that accent every time. It really wants. Just say it normally. Almonzir Awad says, "Is it finally time for Samoa Joe to come to the main roster?"
A couple things have to happen first. He has to lose he's got to lose to Shinsuke Nakamura. He's got to lose. And then we go through my entire spiel of how you bring... I'm not even going to it's not worth bringing up again. Go through my entire spiel of how you bring Samoa Joe up to the main roster. That's how you do it.
Heavy J says, Jerry Ryan getting eliminated every Aztec Warfare is going to be the reverse of the Kofi spot in the Rumble. That's a great shout. That's a great shout. Andy Papp says, how would you guys book Sexy Star title run? I say Mundo kills her next week, sends her in a box to Mexico where her mom uses her as a bat.
I think Mundo needs to beat her. I do think Mundo needs to beat her, and he finally gets the gold because it's been a long time. You have to have your hero story, and she was the underdog story, which whatever. Let's get past it. That was the underdog story. You have to have your hero story. So Mundo beats her. He's the new underground champion. He's the heel. You have somebody for either Ray, Pentagon, Phoenix, or Puma to go after. And I don't know where it goes from there, but I do, again, see at the end of this season, it's going to be Pentagon Dark versus Rey Mysterio.
I hope so. But that's going to do it for our comments. Everyone, thank you for the live comments. We'll be back. No,
hold on. What was the over-under on the LK horror meter?
And before you reveal it, what did the Internet Infantry, what were their guesses?
There was only really one. There's two. Let's see. Andy Papp said he'll go 6. Sassy J said she would go 7. I'm going to throw my name in there. I'm going to go, I'll say 11. I'll go 11.
How many did I say?
The official count at the horror meter is 11.
Yeah!
I said the word whore 11 times in 30 minutes. 12 times. Now. That equals 1 every 2.5 minutes the word whore comes out of my mouth. Jesus Christ. God almighty.
All right, Booms, wrap us up here.
Okay, everybody. Well, stay with us here because we're going to do a little bit of a preview rundown here of Survivor Series. But in the meantime, you can always check us out at KocoSports.com, KocoSports.com. It's your home for combat sports. It's where the world goes to kick ass, and most importantly, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We got shows going all the time there. We've done a Raw review. We've done a SmackDown review, NXT review. We've done a Lucha Underground review. We've done a preview of NXT TakeOver Toronto. We got a Survivor Series preview coming up. Of course, we're going to have full coverage of Survivor Series coming up this weekend, as well as NXT TakeOver Toronto. So we're going to be busier. I mean, dude, we're going to be working harder than a Pensacola stripper. So stay tuned.
That joke always gets me. Oh. Booms, you going to finish her off, or are we just going to sit here awkwardly?
I was just going to make you sit there and reflect negatively upon yourself for your bad comments, sir, and saying the word poop a lot. So this is Boom Boom for the rest of the Koco crew saying the boom just went bang, and I am out.